We are looking at our card for Sunday afternoon at Sha Tin, where we do have an 11-race program with the first underway at 12:30. It's the Griffins, the Argonaut Plate, and most of these horses lining up again. A couple here on debut. California Banner was slow away at his debut. California Moxie was also a little slow away. Lord of the Roses, a newcomer. He comes out of the Tatterstall's October yearling sale. Meaningful Dragon comes out of the Keeneland September yearling sale. He was $200,000 US. Sky Blue Concord Star was a $440,000 NZB ready to run purchase. La Forza was down at 1.4 on debut. Run Yes Run had only had one trial leading into his first up run, and Supreme Winner Dennis Ship and Ben Thompson. Let's have a look at the pace here, Paul, and we probably get a little more of an idea now after what they've done first up.
Yeah, look, if they'd run as they did on their first time they went to the races, La Forza and Santorini led together with Sky Blue, and Run Yes Run were right in behind. The new horses, Concord Star, Meaningful Dragon, haven't shown too much speed, and Lord of the Rose definitely hasn't as well, so he's likely to go back. The two California horses were slightly slow away, Banner and Moxie, but they should learn from that experience, and Supreme Winner was midfield on his debut.
Well, we've got an interview to bring you now for race number 1. It is Brenton Avdulla. He's riding California Moxie.
Brenton, we've got another Griffin race coming up this Sunday. You've got a ride in it, California Moxie. You must have been pleased with the debut performance. He looked to keep on really well.
Yeah, I thought he ran well. He's still a bit raw, a bit new. He was a little bit of a lad there, sort of going on the gates, and I thought sort of his first part of the race he was a bit green, but he really knuckled down late and hit the line well. So he's hopefully taken a bit of natural improvement, and expect him to run well again on the weekend.
And I guess you'd certainly expect that, wouldn't you, with a horse like these Griffins, for example? I mean, you can see them time and time again come on a bundle for that first run.
For sure. They go one way or the other, but I'm saying he'd be one that would probably improve. He had good improvement in him, so I think from the draw it'll suit him. Hopefully he can begin a bit better than what he did the other day and be a little bit closer, and it'll give him a chance to go close.
The cheek pieces are going on. Did you have an input in that decision?
No, that was Tony, so I left that one up to him, but if he feels that it'll improve him, then I'm not to say it won't.
You always want to be drawn high on the straight course. You've got out to 10 from 5 on debut, so nice draw if you perhaps can get that rail even. Yeah, for sure. It's been obviously very advantageous if they can sort of ride the speed and have that outside rail to sort of guide them, but he's just got to nail the start a bit better than what he did the other day, which I'm sure he will, and if he can probably posse up a little bit closer and give himself every chance to sort of get there.
That is Brenton Avdulla on California Moxie. Let's have a look at that replay once again of these Griffins down the straight, Paul. Santorini was third here, Sky Blue up on the grandstand rail, Run Yes Run, California Moxie, California Banner, Supreme Winner of course. La Forza was turned over here at 1.4, punters got stuck into him, but how often do we see in these Griffin races a short price favourite being rolled?
Yeah, it has happened over the years, hasn't it? And you can see he was there for a long period, but he was under a little bit of pressure here as well. He did fight off Santorini. One thing with Santorini is he's got a staying pedigree, so he's a horse that will probably come on from the Griffin days, and you can see him staying on nicely enough here. But I thought it was a good run from California Moxie on debut, because he did things wrong, but he still hit the line strongly.
We haven't got replays of the new 3, but I think they'd probably need to lift a little bit on the trials that you can go onto the website and have a look at.
Yeah, I think all 3 of them will come on for the run. Yeah, I wasn't taking with any of the 3's trials.
Okay, who's on top for race number 1? We'll
see if California Moxie can improve on his debut start. So he goes on top. La Forza's worth another chance. Santorini stayed on well. I'm going to put Run Yes Run in for 4th, because he only had the one trial leading into his debut run. He's got a sprinter's pedigree as well out of Yes. So ended up with 2, 8, 5 and 9.
That is a look at race number 1 for our Sunday card at Sha Tin. The Griffins to kick things off with the Argonaut Plate at 12:30. The second race of the day is Class 5 over 2,000 metres. Let's have a look at the lineup for the race, with at the top Colourful Baron for Jamie Richards and Zach Purton. Of course, it comes out of running third to a Nice Birdie last time out. Sunny Shines wasn't the worst last start. Superb Daddy, Leather Master, Fast Pass hasn't done a great deal. All the gears coming off for him. Further down in the order, you've got Joyful Champion, Arthur's Kingdom still trying to whack away for a victory. Golden Fairy, Diamond Winner and Green Laser off a rating of 18. Paul, a few of these bottom runners fighting for their career at the stage of the season.
They are, aren't they? Yeah, look, Golden Fairy looks the logical leader in here. He likes to go forward. Colourful Baron does as well. Fast Pass, Joyful Champion, a last start winner. Arthur's Kingdom will get his opportunity once again. Superb Daddy. I thought it was a pretty straightforward speed map because these horse class 5s sort of normally find their positions early.
Indeed they do. Let's have a look at the main protagonists here, and we will start with the Colourful Baron, who is one of them here off the back of this third. Golden Fairy, Arthur's Kingdom, so most of these coming through this replay. Paul, Superb Daddy, who are the main contenders here?
Well, I thought Colourful Baron coming back to Sha Tin is a good thing for him. He did one over the 1800 metres at Sha Tin. That's been his only win. So he does definitely go better, statistics show, at Sha Tin, and he stayed on nicely enough. Diamond Winner, look, he gets back, he runs on. He'll be running on again at the end, I think.
Last start winner in the race is Joyful Champion. He's here with the Green Laser and also Leather Master. Both these horses, in fact, all of these horses covering ground on the all-weather in this race back on the 3rd of April. He's got a further £10 though to carry here, does Joyful Champion.
Yeah, look, it doesn't look, this race here doesn't look any harder than this though. He's drawn one, which will be a good thing around that first bend of 2,000 metres. He'd been leading up to this race. He's had 2 seconds on the turf at Sha Tin, and he did win quite nicely. So at least he's in a bit of form.
Indeed he is, a last start winner. One more to have a look at here. In fact, 2 more coming through this replay. Diamond Winner. I thought this wasn't the worst run from Sunny Shines. Now, he has been tried up over 2,200 metres. He's coming to 2,000 metres. Was only beaten 2 3/4 last start.
Yeah, well, it was definitely a better run from him. So the 2,000 should suit him by Kingman. Look, so we'll see if we can put 2 together at this stage. Did have the £10 claim here, Alice Wong. He's hit 5 zip at Sha Tin, but this is the best run we've seen from him, isn't it?
Yeah, certainly was. Righto, a tricky old affair. This 2,000 metres for the Class 5 horses. Who's on top?
Yeah, I'll go with the horse in form at the moment, Joyful Champion, see if we can put 2 together. Sometimes these horses do that. Colourful Baron coming back to Sha Tin's a good thing. Superb Daddy, and then Diamond Winner running on late, 6-1-3-9.
1 p.m. is the start time for race number 2, which kickstarts the first leg of the first Sunday double trio. 2 races on the all-weather for Sunday at Sha Tin, and this is the first of them, race number 3. It is Class 4 with a rating spread of 60 through 35 to open the treble. Must Go at the top was a winner 2 starts ago. Street Conqueror is trying the surface for the first time. You've got Circuit 11 in the race for Zach Purton, ran last on debut. Everyone's Victory was 3rd last time out. Imperial McGee won it about this time last year. You've got Hinokami Kagura, who just about got up and won last start, but came up a nose short. Regent Glory, Speedy Smarty, Strive for Glory, Joyful Life has finally drawn a decent gate for a change. Spangled Fortune, a winner 3 back into Happy Tango off a rating of 35, scrapes into this field here. And he's likely to be the leader, Paul.
Yeah, he likes to go forward. So does Regent Glory, but Happy Tango's got that superior early pace. Spangled Fortune can go forward. Looks a bit tricky for Must Go. He's drawn the widest and he likes to go forward. He'll be trying to slot in somewhere. Joyful Life should get a nice off run. Hinokami Kagura, the favourite. Speedy Smarty won't be too far away. And Circuit 11 from a wide draw, I think might have to go back with Strive for Glory.
Well, he is a 7-start maiden. He went oh so close last time out. I speak of Hinokami Kagura, and he's to be ridden by Harry Bentley.
Harry, Hinokami Kagura, easy for you to say. One of your rides on Sunday. You've ridden him a couple of times. He's got this electric turn of foot late. He's gone close. Last time was one of them.
Absolutely. He seems to really finish strong, and if there was a 1400 metre on the all-weather, that would be right up his street. But yeah, he's racing really well recently and super consistent.
On him as an individual, I mean, just going back and having a look at his replays, Harry, he looks like he takes a bit of riding, bit of stoking up, but he always seems to find.
He does. He hits a little bit of a flat spot, especially around the bend, and you think you're not really going to go anywhere, and he seems to then pick up extremely well in the straight. So it's always got to be a conscious thing when you're riding him in the race, just to not have him too far back and give him too much to do.
I mean, I suppose it's probably hard to put a finger on it, really. It seems to be in the breed, but deep fields excel on this surface, so unsurprising to see him go well on it, I suppose.
Yeah, that's right. Obviously, as you say, that they seem to go extremely well on the surface, so he's another one.
How much could Joyful Life and Happy Tango help you because they're pace angles?
Yeah, there looks to be a good amount of pace. I think Happy Tango would naturally go forward and put a good pace on, so it's going to help him.
Without wanting to declare it, as some might say, he does look like he's ready to win though, doesn't he?
He does. I mean, narrowly denied last time. I thought he was just going to get up in the dying strides, but wasn't to be that day. So yeah, he's knocking on the door of a win.
In that situation as a jockey, you're beating a nose, did you think on the line you might have got there? Is it sort of comprehensive enough that you know you've got beat?
Yeah, up the straight I always thought I was going to get there, but then on the line I thought I was beaten, unfortunately. But when I watched the replay, I think he was a nose ahead before the line and a nose ahead after the line. So it was just one of those things. We got done on the nod, but hopefully he can do the business.
So we must begin with a big shout to Hino Kami Kagura for Jamie Richards and also Harry Bentley. On to some of the other contenders. Joyful Life running fifth here. Speedy Smarty. I thought, Paul, the run could be upgraded a little here for Joyful Life. This was behind co-partner Prance, who in the end paid a luxurious price on Wednesday night to win at Happy Valley. But he was wide the whole way, so I thought there was a bit of merit here.
Yeah, look, and the Swiss Aces tend to like this surface. He's had one go on it before and sort of finished midfield. I like the run of Speedy Smarty as well. He attacked the line and he's been placed second on the all-weather.
Yeah, when he did have that one run, Joyful Life, on the all-weather, he did draw out in barrier number 11. Looking here at Spangled Fortune now and Happy Tango. Is this race here for them over the weekend maybe a little rich?
Yeah, I haven't got either of them in. Look, Happy Tango can pop up at it occasionally. He's been a pretty good horse over the years. He's a four-time winner with 8 seconds, so he's more than capable with the lightweight. Spangled Fortune comes in with the lightweight as well, but there's others that I thought had better chances than these two.
Of course, Super Axiom through on the inside has come through this race and won, and he is going around a little later on the Sunday card at Sha Tin is Super Axiom. Main players here, you think? Yeah,
I think Hinakami Kangura can win. He was pretty close last time. Speedy Smarty likes the surface. I thought it was good to see everyone's victory back to a bit of form last time, and he's a really well-rated horse at the moment, especially in this grade, and must go and just need luck from that wide draw. 6-8-4-1.
Class 4 over 1,200 metres is the third event at Sha Tin and is the first of 2 visits to the all-weather on Sunday. The Insular Handicap is race number 4. It does see a field of 10 gallopers lining up in Class 3 over 1,800 metres with Packing Hurricane at the top. Alice Wong taking now £7 off his back, of course, his claim being downgraded Wednesday night. Illuminous there for Karis Teton. Starmac on a 7-day turnaround. Holy Lake was decisive last time out. 18 Carat, a last winner, goes up £5. Sunstrider stepping to 1,800 metres. Oriental Smoke looks maybe at sea here over 1,800 metres for Ben Thompson. Affordable Billionaire Secret, and off a rating of 60, Kimberly the Gelding down towards the bottom for Matthew Poon. His pace in this one, Paul, 18 Carat. Does he try and dictate again like he did last start?
It worked, didn't it? And he hit the line really strongly. He set up some quite fast sectionals winning as well. Oriental Smoke could be one that could lead as well. He's way up in trip. Kimberly likes to go forward without leading, as does Holy Lake. Packing Hurricane's got the claim. Illuminous, Affordable, then Sunstrider. It's been a slightly slow out in both his starts, as his Starmac. He's got no early speed.
Well, he's not done too much wrong since arriving here in Hong Kong, has Illuminous. He's had 4 starts. So let's hear from his jockey, Karis Teton.
Karis Teton, one of your rides on Sunday on what is a nice card is Illuminous in race number 4. Only still very lightly raced, but his form's looking very consistent.
Yeah, Nick, he's actually gone to races and performed pretty well all the time he's gone to races, so looking forward to riding him again.
Talk to me about his run last time, because that was over 2,000 metres. Obviously he's coming back in trip this time in, but he seemed to stay the trip okay, didn't he?
Yeah, the trip is no problem for him, and I think also he can handle those kind of ground. He made up a lot of ground last time also, got a bit far back, but he's a horse that's I think that's improving all the time.
He, in that race last time out, he had Unbelievable just ahead of you. He's got sort of designs on being a Group 3 winner, so the form looks pretty strong.
Yeah, of course, you go to a form like you say, you just mentioned Unbelievable now. He's running in the Group 3, so I think, like I said, I think my bloke, he's only a lively race, but I think towards next season we'll see the best out of him.
Have you managed to have a sit on him since then, Karis?
Yeah, I galloped him I think last week. He galloped with Unbelievable, and he galloped pretty well. I think he's ready to go.
Given he's running here off 73, I mean, obviously you mentioned sort of for next season, it could be next season's horse. So I guess if he does continue to improve, which I'm sure Connections will hope, he might just develop into sort of that Group 3 horse, mightn't he? There'll be some nice races for him.
Yeah, he could be a nice little staying type horse because he really, I think the further he go, the better he will get.
He looks a nice horse, and overall, you've got a handy enough book of rides come the weekend?
Yeah, got a few open chances, so hope the rain will stay away. That will not mess all the forms up, but yeah, it would be nice to go and be competitive.
66 winners for the campaign so far. Sha Tin, I think everyone, Paul, just like the rain to stay away.
Yeah, they do. We've had it's sort of been lingering, is it? Like the mother-in-law keeps lingering.
Yes, I've got one of those at home at the moment as well. Not lingering though, but she's there. Star Mac, and here is Star Mac on a 7-day turnaround. Won't be going home after this. Star Mac was a fifth over the 1600 metres. Didn't see out 2,000 in the Derby, but will he see out 1,800 here?
Yeah, I think so. Look, he's hit the line over the 1,800 metres when he did run for fourth there, didn't he, in the Classic Cup? So I don't think the 1,800 metres is going to be a problem for him. Look, I've got him in. I think he's running well at the moment, and he looks quite well placed in this. So, look, there's definitely a win coming for him at some stage.
Yeah, he was a little slow away and he was chased up down the side, but still stayed on pretty well there to Star Mac. Holy Laker last start winner, and he was good here, running down the likes of Frantank, who's been in good form, and here he is Holy Lake with an extra only £2 to carry.
Yeah, look, he does. I just wonder if he's reached it. I thought he'd reached his mark before this win. I like the run of Sunstrider. He really caught the eye, finishing off strongly here over the 1600. So of the two, up to the 1800 metres, and he's been slightly slow away, so he's learning all the time, and he's caught the eye in all his starts, Sunstrider. He's had 3 of them now, and just like the way he finished off there.
And he's got a £6 turnaround in this race, of course, with the winner there. Holy Lake does Sunstrider for Zach Purton. Tips for race number 4?
I'll go with him. I'll go with Sunstrider on top. I think he can win this race, the 1800. Star Mac, Illuminous, we heard from Carousel. I don't want to leave 18 Carat out because I thought it was a strong win, and he did beat Unbelievable, who's lining up in the feature later in the day. 6-3-2-5.
Good little race is race number 4. The Class 3 gallopers here over the trip of 1,800 metres. Down the straight 1,000 for race 5. The false rail is in operation for the straight action on Sunday. And it's Class 4, the Isle of Man handicap. You been there, Paul?
Haven't actually. A place I'd like to go at some stage, though.
Chevelle Valiant, who is £7 off his back with Alice Wong riding for Douglas White back in grade here. Multi Super Solar Up has won a recent barrier trial. Wonderful Unicorn bottom up together makes his debut with the Tai Hang Scenery. You've also got winning money with the hood going on for the first time. Further down, Flying Dragon hasn't won for 448 days. Yoda's Choice came up a nose short behind Metro Warrior last start. Glorious Expert was better. Cheek Pieces are on. Gusty Fighter. Ruby Sailing has been a bit costly through his career to win from 11. Talent Supremo has got the cheek pieces on, and Super Axiom a last start winner, but does clash here with Chevelle Valiant at the top, Paul. So what do they do up front?
Yeah, that's who blinks first. I mean, they both like to lead. They both like to lead at all costs. So it's going to be a really good pace in this. They'll be going like that TT race in the Isle of Man, I think, with these two in front. Tai Hang Scenery, now he's led in his trials. He's his first starter here. He'll be close up. Bottom up together is showing pace in his trial, but I think he'll sit off the pace. Gusty Fighter likes to go forward. Yoda's Choice went a lot better when he stepped out to the straight 1,000 last time.
Well, a horse that really did deserve a win last time out of the Ricky Yu stable, who's currently sitting on 999 Hong Kong wins, Multi Super, and he was piloted by Lyle Hewitson.
Lyle, Multi Super is one of your rides on Sunday afternoon down the straight. He was pretty good last time when winning.
Yeah, I think it was a sort of expected performance if he just maintained the form from the run prior, which he certainly did. He had the draw in his favour, and the race mapped up perfectly for him, and he got the job done. So it was long overdue. He's a horse that probably should have had a couple of wins under the belt by now, but hopefully with a bit of confidence he can keep going. It
was quite a forceful win in the end, wasn't it? I mean, he gave a really good kick sort of off the front. Were you a little bit sort of taken aback by the way he sort of finished off?
Not necessarily. I had a lot to do with him early in his career, with all his track work and trials and his first couple of starts, and sort of had a high opinion than what he's achieved. So I always knew that it was there, and it was just nice to see that after the first furlong he really tracked into the race well, and he picked up the leaders inside the final 400 metres and he powered away. So it was a strong win, and like I said, he's definitely got it underneath him.
He's in a similar spot as far as his barrier is concerned. He's got 12 this time, 1 from 11 last time. How important is it to perhaps have that stands rail, perhaps with a horse like him?
Yeah, it's probably even more important now that we've had this inclement weather, so that's certainly in his favour, and hopefully it adds a couple of lengths to what he needs here to win again.
Ricky Yu, his trainer, sits on 999. You'd be doing him a good turn if you could get this one home in front.
Yeah, any win is important, but it's always nice to crack the milestone, so if I can do that for him, that'll be fantastic.
Multi-super jumps from barrier number 12. Some of his main rivals in the race include Yoda's Choice, who was just beaten last start. Much better run, Paul, from Glorious Expert. Ruby Sailing, there's always money on Ruby Sailing, but he's yet to deliver in Wonderful Unicorn, hasn't done much in his 6 starts.
No, but I do like the second and third horses in this race. I thought they ran really well. Yoda's Choice and the other one, Glorious Expert, was a good run from them. They both look suited down the straight 1000. Yoda's Choice has been going out in the market in every start when he raced at Happy Valley. He's been single-figured runners all the way through, and he was double-figure runner here, and this was the best run we've seen from him. So, look, I think he's one of the main dangers, and I like the way Glorious Expert hit the line as well. So both these two horses are good chances, I think.
Yeah, of course, so that race there, Metro Warrior was able to get up and score. A few others off the trials to have a look at. Solar Up is one of them, got out to a decent lead in this trial. Paul, he's into this race here off a rating of 58. He's drawn barrier 1, so probably on the wrong side of the track. He's had a lame left for 1150 metre winner on Australia, but there was a bit of improvement with the trial.
Yeah, the trial was good enough here on the all-weather. Barrier 1, 4-start maiden. Hasn't really done anything on race day yet, so look, I'd rather wait until I saw him do something on race day. But as you say, it was a better trial, so maybe he is on the improve.
Of course, in that trial, beat Top Gun, who was a winner at his debut there. Our next trial is Bottom Up Together, and here he is leading. He was 150,000 through the Magic Million Gold Coast yearling sale. He was trained by Will Clarkin and Nicky O'Shea in Australia, and he is somewhat related to Beauty Live as well.
Yeah, he is, and look, he won his trial really nicely in Australia before he came here. He's come here and he's unbeaten in 3 trials to date. He looks really smart. And Beauty Live early in his career, he did win them in a row as well. So look, I think there's plenty of potential here for this horse.
Yeah, trials have looked all good from him. He's had 3 in total. 2.5 length win there, 6 1/4 lengths at Chung Fa, and also 5 1/4 lengths up there. Tai Hang Scenery, he's up on the pace here in this barrier trial, trained by Greg McFarlane in Australia. He had 4 barrier trials. He was 75,000 through the English Classic yearling sale. This is his debut after 3 trials.
Yeah, and look, he's looked quite promising in his trials as well. The tongue tie will go on for his debut run. Bottom Up Together is going to have a shadow roll on in his debut as well. He's drawn really nicely in barrier 13. He's got Hugh Bowman aboard as well. He's by Pride of Dubai, so I think in time he's going to need a little bit further than the 1,000 metres. But look, his trials have been good. I'm going to put him in on a minor line.
He's drawn on the right side of the track as well as barrier 13 at Tai Hang Scenery. But you're a Bottom Up Together man?
You go, yeah, I don't really know what that means, but I've got him on top, Bottom Up Together. So he's on top to beat Yoda's Choice, Glorious Expert. Both went well down the straight 1,000 last time, and Tai Hang Scenery we just saw. I think 5 can win though. 5, 9, 10 and 6.
And Zach Purton riding Bottom Up Together for Frankie Law down the straight 1000 at Sha Tin. Gee, this is an open race coming up at Sha Tin, race 6. It is the Norman Conqueror handicap outside of the Class 5 for race. It looks the most open race on the card. Class 4, 1600 Laugh-Tail, drawn wide again. He's had 2 wide runs his last 2. He's been close up. Aestheticism here for Zach Purton, and Pierre Ung also drawn wide his last couple now. Big Red, Flying Mojito, you know what you get with Flying Mojito. Gets back, runs on. Strongest Boy, Holy Power. Mr Dapper on a 7-day turnaround and back and trip from 2,000 metres. Sponge Babe has been somewhat of a barrier rogue at the trials. Joy of Spring ran on last start. Good, Tiger and Gold, Mission Voice, Chili Barber and Looking Cool, getting very close to a class drop, is Looking Cool off a rating of 42. Paul, lacking a bit of pace in this race?
Yeah, there's no leader. Everyone likes to get back. Big Red, now, if you remember back to last season, he led at 90-1 and almost led all the way and won. So from a low draw, he may be going forward. Mission Voice has led in a recent trial. Flying Mojito's led once in his career. Looking Cool likes to go forward without leading. The rest all get back. I mean, Laugh Tail from 14, maybe they'll go forward with him. But there is an option there for someone to take up. Good went forward on an all-weather trial, but yeah, it's a real tricky one, this one.
Well, they went forward with Laugh Tail a couple of runs.
Yeah, so
from a wide draw,
yeah, so they could go forward with him.
Okay, let's have a look at some of the replays here. He's in the first of them, is Laugh Tail with Aestheticism, who's well back. Mr. Dapper had a tough run here, Tiger and Gold. Of course, Mr. Dapper was well down the track behind Legion of Merit, but probably not run to suit nor the conditions helpful for him last start.
No, not at all. Look, Laugh Tail, if he does go forward, he's going to put himself right in the race. The one thing about the 1600 metre start, there is a bit of a run to the first bend, so he may well do that. And look, he ran really nice. He just ran into California Totality, which is in this particular race, who's won a couple in a row. So, look, he's definitely one of the chances of the race, there's no question.
Celtic Times has come out of that race.
Yeah, one of your old
since
faves.
one. And you could see Aestheticism in that replay there running on towards the inside as well. Strongest Boy disappointing last start, but second here at Happy Valley a couple of runs ago for David Hayes and Karis Teaton, who's on board. His performance last start was deemed disappointing.
Yeah, no, Zach's been riding him in most of his races, and he won't ride him here on race day. He's on Aestheticism, so there might be something in that. But look, as you say, he sort of just petered off a little bit at his last start. He was disappointing behind Turin Warrior. I'm not sure how strong that form will be.
Yes, next replay is Joy of Spring. Now he's well back on the fence here. Flying Mojito is probably a little bit closer than he has been in some prior runs. Laugh Tail again, I was really willing Joy of Spring to get home this day, but just came up short.
He did, and look, this is one of the races where Laugh Tail went back. So look, there's options for him. We've seen him go forward, we've seen him go back. Joy of Spring, again, he gets back, he runs on, but he's a horse that does like to get back. He's drawn wide once again, so he just needs a little bit of luck. And look, with the slow pace anticipated, sometimes on paper it comes up slow and they end up going quick. He'll be hoping he'll be one of those.
Yeah, Flying Mojito not too far away there as well, running his usual sort of race. But gee, this is a tough one, isn't it?
It is. Look, I've gone for Laugh Tail. He's been racing really well this season, so we'll give him the chance. Look, if they do lead on Big Red and no one else leads, which is a possibility, I think he's going to be there for a long period of the race at a big price. And he is ridden by Lyle Hewitson, who's quite a positive rider as well. Flying Mojito and Joy of Spring, 1, 3, 4 and 9.
It certainly looks right up for grabs at race number 6 on the program, which incidentally is the first leg of the Sunday afternoon 6-up. Class 4, 1400 metres is race number 7. It is the race that precedes the Group 3 Queen Mother Memorial Cup. And it is featuring here Daring Pursuit with 133 pounds. So ran well last time out after being a bit slow and awkward out. Midori Burley ran on once into the clear. Beauty Glory was coming into this race, desperately held up last time out. Aerial yet to win, but never normally far away. Super Legends, Windicator Family. Call Me Supreme is now having his second run. His first run he drew barrier 14. He's drawn 14 for his second assignment. Storming Dragon, big run from him at his debut. Matsu Victor, Smiling Collector went close last start. Circuit Blazing, Super Bonus, Travel Golf down in the ratings here, and better normally at Happy Valley. Aerial here, Paul likes to go forward. Last start he was 3 wide, no cover up on the pace.
Yeah, so look, with the 7-pound claimer now, Alice Wong, I think he'll push on and try and get to the lead. There was a lot of pace underneath him last time, and he's drawn barrier number 5. He drew 13 last time. Beauty Glory can go forward. Super Bonus is the other alternative leader. Top Peaks never far away. Travel Golf. Smiling Collector looks a little bit tricky for him. Midori Burley, he gets back and runs on.
Let's look at the first of the replays that Call Me Supreme. I thought there was a fair bit to like about the run of this Justify Gelding Paul. He's only a 3-year-old out of a Fox Wedge mare. He was at 19-1. There he is, basically last at the top of the straight, but makes good inroads late.
He did. He hit the line strongly. Look, I think we're going to see him better over further, this horse. That's just the query. He drew 14 here, and unfortunately for him, he's drawn 14 again. He did catch the eye finishing off strongly enough, though. So, look, there's I'm going to wait till he gets up to 16 plus, I think, for him, though.
Yeah, making good ground there. He's certainly got the action of a horse that wants to get over a bit of ground for Michael Chang and Hugh Bowman. It does call me supreme. Well, my idea of the winner of this race is Storming Dragon. Well back here, Super Legends in this race as well. He wasn't the quickest away, Storming Dragon. Paul, he was back of midfield. The form out of the race has been really good. Phoenix Light won this. He's won again at the weekend. King Miles has won. He's in the red and white. Lucy in the Sky and the blue and white on the rail has won. Sunny to Best in the light blue and dark blue down the outside has won. And then the horse that's up there as well, Awesome Treasures, since run second.
Yeah, so really good form race, I agree. I think he's the winner of the race, or looks the likely winner. I'm going to put Super Legend in as well, because he's, again, coming out of the strong race, and he ran better at his next start as well. So no, I think he's a chance.
Okay, that one there for Danny Shum. And now we're looking at Top Peak in the race here as well. Thought this run from Daring Pursuit was good, but the eye catcher here in the pink cap behind the speed, Beauty Glory, who is not known for his Sha Tin winning form, but really unlucky here.
He was, wasn't he? And as you say, he just couldn't get out. Look, I'm going to put Daring Pursuit in. I did like this run. He's had this run under his belt as well. And once he got into the clear, look, there still wasn't too much room there, as you say, for Beauty Glory all the way down. But I do like the way that Daring Pursuit finished off, so he's going to go in for me.
Yeah, he also was slightly hindered in the straight. It was Daring Pursuit. Storming Dragon for you?
Yeah, I like him. I like him as well, Tom. I think Storming Dragon on the back of that debut run to beat Daring Pursuit. I'm going to put Midori Burley in. He gets back. He's caught the eye finishing off strongly in his races, and that Super Legends coming out of the same race as Storming Dragon, just on a very minor line. 8-1-2-5.
Yes, he does come out of a good form race, does Storming Dragon. He'll be likely one of the favourites in race number 7 over the 1400 metres. The main event on Sunday's card is the Group 3 Queen Mother Memorial Cup over the 2400 metres. There is a scratching in the race. It is race 8, number 8, Chilchibi, has unfortunately come out of the Group 3. Let's look at the lineup for the 2400 metre handicap. Russian Emperor at the top for Huey Bowman, drawn 11. Money Catch has been awfully out of form. Senor Toba, a past winner of this race. 5G Patch backing up from the FWD QE2 Cup. Moments and Times won his last 2. Running Glory. Further down in the field, you've got La City Blanche, Carrying Generation, a brave run in the Derby. Natural Storm, unbelievable. And Turin Mascot, unlucky last time out. Karis Teton, £20 out of the handicap here. Paul, the pace, Carrying Generation. Tried
to lead all the way last time, didn't he? And almost got away with it in the Derby. Moments in Time, he's gone forward in both his wins at his last 2 starts. Moneycatcher used to lead on his air, but he's just out of form at the moment. Unbelievable, went forward. Turin Mascot won't be far away. Senor Toba races better when he takes a midfield sit, and the rest get back.
Well, he won Group 1 races last weekend. It did Hugh Bowman, of course, on Invincible Sage in the Chairman's Sprint Prize. He's looking to win at Group 3 level this weekend with the top weight, Russian Emperor.
Hugh Bowman, Russian Emperor is your ride coming up in the Queen Mother Memorial this Sunday. Obviously, we know him to be a high-class mile-and-a-half horse. Certainly gets out to the right trip this weekend.
Yeah, he does, and he ran in this race last year in the lead-up to his Champions and Trader victory, so Douglas has chosen a similar path, which I can understand, and yeah, he'll enjoy this wet weather that's been around here in Hong Kong, and he'll enjoy getting out to the mile-and-a-half again.
I know we made quite a bit about the ground with him, of course. I mean, he has got proven form and top-level form on softer surfaces. How important is it to him now, do you think, as he gets that bit older, that he's a bit more reliant on it, perhaps?
Well, I'm not sure about that. I just think he's a bit more comfortable on it. I think he's a horse that's more inclined, he's inclined to give his best all the time, but when he's got the rain-affected ground, it just, it slows the pace of the tempo, and, they don't run as quicker sectionals, which just allows him to be more prominent, and he does enjoy the more cut in the ground. So he's getting to his senior years, and it probably adds to that. But I think, more so than the ground, the 135 in post against these quality horses with most of the field carrying 115, I mean, it's a big difference, and I think ultimately it'll be the telling tale.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, 10 years, I think, since the top weight last won this race, Bubble Chic. So not an easy task at all. But I guess there's a bigger target afoot, obviously, with a Champions and Trade who's actually won the last couple, hasn't he? You were on him last year. So, I mean, this ultimately, it comes through, a nice trial, and he heads there.
Well, we'd like to win it if we can. It's not going to affect his handicap in the main event in a few weeks' time. So, look, the horse is going really well. I've been really satisfied with how he's come through the season, and Douglas is happy too. I know that, so that's the main thing. And as long as he races well and he enjoys his day out on the weekend, we're there to win it if we can. But he found the big weight too much last year, but we were still very happy with him, and if we could get a similar response this year, it'll be all systems go.
That was Hugh Bowman chatting with Nick Child earlier on Friday morning regarding Russian Emperor. We can have a look at some of the other contenders here. Paul, a big run here from 5G Patch, who didn't look to be going really anywhere until sort of halfway down the straight at the weekend, just gone at Sha Tin in the FWD QE2 Cup, but picked up nicely late.
He did, didn't he? Look, they set some quite fast sectionals here with the Japanese horse out in front and stayed on really well. But look, it was a good run from him, but this is what he always does, isn't he? He gets back, he runs on strongly. The 2,400 metres looks ideal for him, so he has to be one of the leading chances. He comes in with a good weight as well. Yeah,
there was some extremely rather quick sectional set by Northbridge in the early stages of that 2,000 metre race run, of course, won, of course, by Romantic Warrior. Down we go to Moments in Time now, a step up for him in this race. He's £2 out of the handicap here. He's got some form, Paul, over 2,400 metres when he did pass the post first, but was subsequently disqualified.
Yeah, he was. There was an anomaly there, drug-related, I think. But look, with this horse here, it really looks good, finishing off strongly in his races. And the 2,400 metres isn't going to be a problem for him because he looks a real out-and-out star. He took a while to acclimatise, but he's really found his niche now, I think.
That, of course, was in the El Isano Maya, the race that he was disqualified from, Mega rather, over in Chile. We've got here a Young Generation and Unbelievable. Young Generation in the derby here with Unbelievable, who's a fair way back. That's Massive Sovereign back on the rail there with Galaxy Patch, but really tried to force the issue here and run them into the deck, and it nearly paid off.
He did. I don't think they're going to let him get away with, there's going to be horses right on his hammer. Basically going to be Money Catcher, he won't be far away, and also Moments in Time. So I don't think he's going to get out to a big lead. We'll see what happens, and if he does try and do this, then there is the option of one of these horses from the back to come and run him down late. But look, it was a daring tactics from him, and it was a tough run though. I just wonder if it's going to be taken out of him a little bit. But look, he comes in with a light weight, and he was only run down late.
You see Unbelievable at the end there as well, taking ground off them. Of course, Young Generation has got a little bit of place form over the 2,400 metres in Ireland prior to arriving. Natural Storm here running Glory a bit out of sorts. La City Blanche and Turin Mascot, if he'd come to the extreme outside of the track here, he would have got very close, but opted to try for an inside run, which never really came.
No, it didn't come for him. So look, the 2,400 metres looks like it will suit him. Last City Blanche has been out of form recently as well, and he's another one where the 2,400 will suit him, there's no doubt, but he's hard to have off this run. And as you say, he ran out of room totally here, did Turin Mascot, so clear excuses for him.
Yeah, wasn't too far away there, but just couldn't be ridden out over the concluding stages here. And we can have a look at the head-on as well. You can see he was at a point behind Chill Chibi here on the inside of Speed Dragon, and just there, it wasn't really a run, and had he come off the back of Speed Dragon a bit earlier, he would have really laid down the gauntlet, I think, there to CP Brave, who ultimately did win that race there a few weeks ago. But who's on top, Paul, for the Group 3 Queen Mother Memorial Cup? I
think Moments in Time has finally hit his straps here in Hong Kong. I think he can go on and win over the 2,400 metres. Moments in Time, 5G Patch will be running on strongly. Young Generation will try and pinch it from the front, and Unbelievable in there. So sort of around the 4-year-olds with 5G Patch in there as well. 5, 4, 9, 11.
We do only run the 3 races here in Hong Kong over the 2,400 metres. This is one of them, and they race for a spectacular trophy in the Queen Mother Memorial Cup. Our second and final visit to the all-weather is race number 9. It's Class 3, 1,200 metres, the Game Spirit handicap, and the lineup before it consists of Maniac with the blinkers going on for the first time. The visor is off. Victory Moments was beaten a 2.5 favourite last time out. Capital Delight ran on last start. Super Wind Dragon is first up for 154 days. All Is Good has had the blinkers removed. Montefruta, a winner 2 back, came up a short head short last time out. Campione, Hong Kong Hall was better last start. Nebraskan has start number 2. Sky Forever, Smart City onto the all-weather for the first time. Cheek pieces being applied, and Self-Improvement off a rating of 61. In this race here, Paul, Hong Kong Hall can lead like he did last start.
Yeah, look, it was a good run from him on the for his first run on the surface. Campione's been out of form recently. Magniac, now he's got blinkers on. Nebraskan went forward in an all-weather trial. I think he'd be a lot closer than he was on his debut run. Victory Moments has been declared Aurora in the past, so there's that little question mark with him. Montefruta, a good run from him last time, but he's drawn 12. He might have to go all the way to the back.
Time for some replays now for race number 9, and Capital Delight is the first of them. Comes off this run at Happy Valley behind Superb Capitalist. Of course, Beauty Infinity has been beaten midweek at Happy Valley. Got back here and ran on. He has won course and distance in the past.
Yeah, so he's a horse that does like the all-weather surface. Drawn barrier number 6 with Casper Founds aboard, and that win was 4 starts ago off a rating of 70. He's up to 74, so he hasn't gone up too far in the ratings and hit the line strongly enough, so you'd have to be a chance.
As we know, it's been a little hard recently to make ground at Happy Valley. On we go to Montefruta now, and this horse here back on the fence here. Hong Kong Hall third. You've got Victory Moments, who was he the favourite in the end? Victory Moments? In fact, Sing Dragon was the favourite, but there wasn't really a lot between him and Sing Dragon, was there?
No, there's not, and he's been really well backed in a lot of his starts and sort of taken a little bit of money with him. Now, he's got those internal problems, being declared Aurora. I really like the way that Hong Kong Hall fought on the inside there, having set up reasonable sectionals, and Montefruta. So I'm going to take both these two out of it. I'm going to leave Victory Moments out. I'm just worried about that roaring condition.
Where's Campione at the moment?
Yeah, I've left him out as well. And he used to be a big fan of that horse, but he's just been so disappointing recently.
He's all over the show at the moment. Super Wind Dragon, a trial up at Chung Fa here for the Chris So trained galloper. Stable going nicely. He's had surgery to both front 4 fetlocks. So he's had a few issues there. He's got form behind Flaming Rabbit, Lucky With You, Mugen, Yellowfin as well, who was a winner midweek.
Yeah, look, he has had those injury issues. I mean, the trial was okay. He does go better on the surface. He's a 4-time winner on it. I'm just happy to watch him just coming back, after that little issue that he's had, because I think he's found quite a strong little race here.
We're delving into your track work bag here, Paul, for Nebraskan, one you don't mind here.
Yeah, look, he's by Snitzel, this horse, and we've seen that progeny go really well on the surface before. He came out and he ran, I thought, a really good race on debut, but I've really liked his all-weather trials. Typical John Size trials. He doesn't let the horse go, but they've been good. I think he's going to really adapt to this surface.
Okay. Is he your great hope here, is he?
Yeah, he is. I'm going to make him the long shot. So hopefully he comes up a bit of a price. He was a big price on his debut here in Hong Kong. So he's on top. Hong Kong Hall, Montefruta and Magniac all coming out of that same race. 9-8-6-1.
Paul's value runner of the meeting, Nebraskan, goes around in race number 9, coming up at 4:35 Sunday afternoon. The Brandy Snap Handicap comes up as race number 10 on the 11 race card at Sha Tin. Don't mind a Brandy Snap. It's not the Brandy Snap we're thinking of this race, but same. Sonpak Fu, Hugh Bowman, drawn barrier at number 11. He's got a new trainer. He's in the barn of Tony Cruz now for this Class 2 sprint. Bundle of Charms had a good season, packing treadmill with the inside draw. Duke Y coming back from Happy Valley. Beauty Charge is a 2-time course and distance winner. Season's Wit never ran on last start. When in the market behind Majestic Night. We Are Hero. Hard to have course and distance. Karying Rising stepping up into Class 2. Reward Smiles got the pacifiers off. Apache Pass, what's he doing on the turf here? Apache Pass off a rating of 81. Gorgeous Win and Karying rising from ashes towards the bottom for Dylan Moe off that rating of 80 as well. Kaying Rising, Paul, he'll go forward here and try and dictate, no doubt?
I think so, yeah. Look, there doesn't seem to be too many others. Packing Treadmill might be an alternative from an inside draw. Bundle of Charm, Gorgeous Wind likes to go forward. Season's Wit there just in behind. Apache Pass. Look, he's back in distance and on the turf, so I think he'll go back.
First replay we're going to look at is the Sprint Cup, and Packing Treadmill was in this race just behind the pace here with Duke Y covering ground. Of course, Duke Y has been back to Happy Valley since over 1,000 metres. Beaten 4 3/4, made some minor inroads. He's well down on his best rating, though, is Duke Y.
Yeah, he is, isn't he? But he is getting on a bit in age. Look, I think Packing Treadmill is going to definitely get his chance from inside barrier draw. He should sit just behind the pace, so I think he can bounce back in this contest. And this is a lot easier than these two horses met in this one.
Yeah, well, Lucky Swainess, Group 1 winner, and now a Group 1 winner, Invincible Sage, winning that race from the weekend. So with some handy enough form lines there. Kaying Rising, Paul stepping up in grade. He was up outside the leader here, who was Call Me Glorious, Jump Fast, won well, and he's trialled nicely since too.
He comes in with a good racing weight here, up in grade at 119. Zach might put one over on him, but he's... I think he's a horse that is really progressive, still going nicely. He's got barrier number 5. They can be really positive on him. They can lead or trail if they don't want to lead, and I think he can win this race.
Yeah, I think he can win as well. Can the 3-year-old by Sham Express for David Hayes. Another few runners to look at in this replay here. Gorgeous Win, We Are Hero, Bundle of Charm. Now that horse next to Gorgeous Win absolutely bolted up at the weekend from a horrible run in transit. He won with a bit of authority too.
Yeah, he did, didn't he? And look, Gorgeous Win. Look, this horse here, he was disappointing 2 starts ago. It was good to see him bounce back here behind Lucky Encounter. And Lucky Encounter did sort of steal it from the front. So, look, I'm definitely going to include him. He is going well at the moment, is Gorgeous Win. And it was good to see him bounce back here.
I thought the key here was that he relaxed more in the run. He wasn't out there to try and charge away with things. It was Gorgeous Win, so it was a much better performance there from him. Good race this one. Who's on top?
Going to go with Kaying Rising on top. I think he's a young horse who's still got rating points in hand. Packing Treadmill from the good draw. Gorgeous Win. And look, Reward Smiles had a run under his belt now, and I think he'll come on for that run. 8, 3, 11 and 9.
Race number 10 opens the 5th and final double trio coming up at Sha Tin Sunday. The last on the card is the Inch Aaron Handicap to wrap our Sunday fixture at Sha Tin, and here's the lineup for the Class 3 1400 with Ching resuming off 134 days. Elliptical has virtually done nothing since arriving here in Hong Kong. Superb Kid, Golden Artie, Tourbillon Prince pulled up Aurora last time out. Grateful Heart. It's been 819 days since he's won a race. King Glorioso stepping to 1400 for his second start. Magnificent Nine's been chewing through a bit of the cash recently. 3.7, 9.2, 2.7, 3.1. So a bit costly there. Super Goldie last start. Widawame YY, a newcomer, and he of course arrived here with some Island form, Irish form. Armour War Eagle, Bright Inherent, Satirical Fan, Sea Air Legend, Paul.
Yeah, look, Tourbillon Prince has been declared Aurora twice now, so that's obviously a bit of a concern. But he has got the pace to go forward. Satirical Fan, he might try and put himself a little bit closer. Golden Artie was on the pace last time. King Glorioso's just had the 1 start. He's improved, and all the rest of those horses get back. So it's not going to be run at a quick pace.
Quite a few get-back runners there. A Superb Kid on the speed map was settling midfield, and you can see him a little worse than midfield here with Satirical Fan, Paul, up on the pace.
Yeah, I think he needs to drop a grade, Satirical Fan, but you can see him dropping out now, actually. He was on the pace there last time. So we'll wait for him in this particular contest. But yeah, not a bad run from the other horse here. He finishes off strongly enough too, so he hit the line really good. Superb Kid, won it nicely, and from barrier number 1, he's one of the main chances, so he goes in for me.
Yep, he's going up £6 with Zach Purton and Francis Law. Absolutely raced away there over the final stages. It did Superb Kid. Next replay features Golden Artie, who looks to be Ben Thompson's best ride of the afternoon, and Armour War Eagle. Have you got him in the mix, Armour War Eagle?
No, look, he did catch the eye, Armour War Eagle, in the past. He didn't get much luck down here either when he was up against the rail. But I tell you, I have got Golden Artie in. I think Golden Artie's a very consistent horse. He's unfortunately for him, he's drawn wide once again, barrier number 14, but he stayed on really nicely here, and he was in this finish. Beauty Fit was an apt winner, so a nice one. You can see Armour War Eagle was finishing off strongly enough at the behind them.
And Karma's come out of that race, and one, of course, last weekend at Sha Tin. Gee, there was a lot to like about this one here, Paul, of Super Goldie, that the son of Tavistock, once they stepped into 1,400 metres, he was basically last on the home turn and really attacked the line like a good horse.
You know what I like about him? He carried 135 this day, and he really hit the line strongly. He drops down to 122 pounds. He's not the biggest horse around, but geez, he's got a big heart. He's won twice here now. He's a really likeable horse, this one.
It was a really good performance there from him to win from near last on the home turn. So he's on top, is he?
Yeah, I'm going to stick with him. He's a nice horse, Super Goldie. So he goes on top to beat King Glorioso. Now, he's only had the one start, and he didn't go too badly on debut. His work's been good since, and he's drawn nicely in barrier number 4. And I like the fact he's stepping up to 1,400 metres. Superb Kid and Golden Artie were both good at their last starts. 9-7-3-4.
Those are Paul's selections for the last event. Don't forget to, on the website, hkjc.com, the fields, the form guide, everything you need for our fixture at Sha Tin on Sunday. The 11 races with the first underway at 12:30.